Hey everyone, good morning. My name is Vishvadeep and I welcome you all on Unacademy Computer Science channel for unlimited learning. In this Python series of skill development, we are going to have today the discussion of files and how to process the files, reading, writing, etc, etc, etc. So can you please confirm once that my audio and video everything is fine before we start, so that we can just go ahead and start the session. Okay, I'll go further. Let me just introduce myself for those members who don't know about me. This is my profile. I'm working as a channel leader for this channel and as a plus educator also on an academy platform. I'm having 15 plus years of teaching experience, and guys, I'm taking lots of free classes on this channel and on an academy platform. So please explore that. Go and create your free account on an academy platform and check out under my profile special classes, which are absolutely free. You can access all my previously taken special classes through this link. Also, if you are preparing for GATE, then you will have to be very hard on your mental side plus on your learning side too. You'll have to be very consistent. You will have to have a great perseverance. So if you cannot follow any of these, you will struggle and ultimately your result will suffer. So what happens? The problem here is we have got very limited time. In that particular limited time, we are trying to improve our knowledge plus to work on our skills plus to work on our college and multiple other things. And because of that, if we don't have good quality learning, we suffer a lot. And that is why we have the solution for you. Solution is Unacademy Plus subscription. It gives you live classes, weekly tests, daily practice problems, structured courses in such a way that you don't have to struggle much for content and understanding and solving the questions and doubts, etc, etc, etc. So you are just having a smooth learning. You'll have to just arrange some time. In that particular time, you just work, learn, implement, and that's it. You don't have to struggle to understand that what to study, what not to, from where to study, what not to, from where what, and from where what not. All these things you don't have to worry about. And that's a really big headache when you want, or you'll have to explore lots of things by your own. You are not expert, so you cannot judge that, okay, this particular thing will be helpful for me or not. And hence you waste a lot of time in that particular exploration. Plus is the solution for that. Apart from all these, you have top educators who are going to give you the guidance during your preparation, that how you can prepare a course in the best possible manner. If you want more personalized preparation, attention from a coach, go for Iconic subscription. This Iconic subscription gives you a personal coach benefit. Means you'll be getting one-on-one guidance, preparation strategy, customized study plan, and you will be getting the personalized test analysis also, plus notes, plus dedicated doubt clearing educators. Means for your doubts, you will be having a separate set of educators who will be only working for you, so that you will not have extra doubts pending anytime. Any subscription you take, plus or Iconic, multiple duration subscriptions are available. You just select the best one, whichever is suitable for you, and then use this code VDEEP10 so that you can get 10% instant discount plus my personal guidance plus my team's support. Just take the subscription ASAP so that you can follow this batch which started yesterday itself, and you are not away, a very long away from my plus course COA also. In that COA, I am going to start today a very important topic, memory management, and that particular topic you can study directly without having much of the prior knowledge. You can go ahead with that definitely. You can just take plus subscription for Unacademy Lite, and that is Unacademy Lite subscription, which is only for the test series. If you want to have only test series, you can take Lite subscription, and for that also you can get 10% discount if you use the code VDEEP10. Okay, we will begin the session, but before we always start the session, always I ask the same question to all of you. Are you guys ready? If you guys are ready, just let me know so that we can start the session. Okay, I can see very less members are live here. Okay, no worries, people will join eventually. So what exactly we guys are having today? The files. We are going to talk about files. Kahan gaye bhai? Files. So what is a file? Do you know what is a file? File होती क्या है? File is nothing but a named collection of records which we stored into the secondary memory. We store this into the secondary memory. So we store files. Yes, we have files. Each file has two things: file name and with the dot its extension is separated. What is the meaning of extension? Extension just represents the type of the file. Like if you have extension .mp4 means it's a video kind of file, .mp3 audio kind of file, right? That MOV, of course, movie type of file. Then you have .jpg, it is the JPG type of file. So you are having multiple types of files and that particular file will have that extension. You all know about it. Fine. Chali. So if we are trying to open that file into the Python language, how we will do that? That particular thing today we will see here. Okay, so let me just switch back to my portal here. Lots of things I do have for all of you. Look at this. So very first thing, to open a particular file, okay, first of all, let me just go here. I have made a particular, a folder, Python files. Inside that folder, I have a particular text file. Name is test_file. In that particular text file, I have copied first slash, the parenthesis, this is a test file. Second line with multiple lines, date of data, dash, 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 or dot, dot, dot. Third line, fourth line, fifth line. Like this way, I have read some 10 lines in this particular file. I have created a file. You can also create. आप भी अभी type कर सकते हो. You can make it. Right click. Okay. Text file. Notepad में open करिए उसे. Text file and type these things. And control save test file dot txt. The extension should be very important. Fine. I have copied this particular file in the same folder where I am going to create my Python file. तो जहां भी मैं Python का ये करंट प्रोग्राम चलाने वाला हूं, वहां पे इस फाइल को मैंने सेव कर लिया है उसी डायरेक्टरी में, उसी पर्टिकुलर फोल्डर में. ओके, जस्ट look at this. I have made a particular Python file, files1.py. Fine. In the same folder, I am having this particular file also. Okay, I'll keep it open for all of you. मैं इसको open कर लेता हूं. Okay, this is the open file. Look at this. Oops, बंद हो गया. कोई बात नहीं, इसको और open कर लेते हैं. Open file. So we do have this particular file open here. समझ पा रहे हो आप लोग? कंटिन्यू कर पा रहे हो? फॉलो कर पा रहे हो? आर यू एबल टू फॉलो दिस? चलो, नाउ नेक्स्ट थिंग, टू ओपन दैट फाइल, आई विल राइट अ कमांड ओपन. in the command or in the open function, what I'll pass the name of the file, test_file.txt in the single quote. When I write this particular command or this particular function, it will open the file and the particular file will be open as a descriptor f. So in a variable f, I have opened that file. So with the help of f, I can access that file. सिंपल है, मैंने फाइल को ओपन करवाया और उसे f नाम के एक वेरिएबल में कॉपी करा लिया. मतलब f से मैं रेफर करके आई कैन ओपन द फाइल, आई कैन यूज द फाइल. ओके, नाउ व्हाट? सी, नाउ द थिंग इज, you all know that when you open a file, then you will have to know that what kind of operation you want to do on the file. You want to have only read operations, or write operations also, or appending operations also, or what kind of operations you are allowed or you should be allowed to do on that file. For that, we have 4 different options here. Look at this, 4 different options. If you are writing after this, comma, in the single quote or double quote R, which means this particular option is opening the file in the read mode. If you are writing A, I have written all these as comments so that you can understand. Append, W is for write, X is for create. Create means creates the specific file and returns an error if the file exists. So That particular file will be created if there is no any file like that way with option X. If same name file is existing, then it will give you an error. Fine. Okay. The thing is here, when you try to open a file like that way through open function, you will have to explicitly close that file. How? f.close function say, like this way. Look at this. I have written that particular statement here. Okay, let me just control C here and control V here. Like that way. If I am running it, it will not do anything. It will open the file in some kind of default manner in F, and I have closed the file. If you will not close the file, it will give you big problems. What? Let's say you have opened a file and multiple files you have open in your real way scenario. What happens? When you open multiple files, so many file descriptors will be created, and there is a limit by Python that these many maximum file descriptors you can open at a time. If you are opening unlimited or indefinite number of files and you are not closing them, then ultimately to open a new file, it may give you an error just because you have reached to the max limit of the file descriptors. So to avoid such kind of leaks and problems, try to close this particular file like that way. If you are opening the file like this, okay. If you are opening the file in the read mode, okay, I'm just commenting it out here now, and I will uncomment this two statements here and this one too. So I have opened a file in the read mode. Look at this, comma R, and I am trying to print the name of the file. How can you access the name of the file? We have an attribute named as name, f.name. It's not a function, it's an attribute. You can directly access with f.name and it will be accessing the name of the file, and f.close. Okay, I'm running it. Okay, look at this. It can print the name test underscore file.txt, the name of the file is. If you want to print the mode, f.mode, what it will print? Okay, let's just try to print. Mode is R. R means the file is open in the read mode. So if you want to know that there is a file, okay, reference is F. If you just want to know in the application that that particular file is having what kind of mode, in what mode it is open, you can just know by r.mode attribute. Why you can use it? See, you can have such kind of application where you can see that if a particular file is open in the read mode, then we will do this. If it is in the write mode, we will do this. Like that way you can have the checking also on this. f.mode will give you R or W or A or something. It based on it, you can go ahead and perform some other operations in the real world. चल आगे बढ़ते हैं. Let's go ahead and let's try to understand this. As I have already told you that if we don't close the file, then it will create problems when we max out on the file descriptors. I guess you guys can read this, right? So what happens in that case? We will try to better use the context manager. Context manager is what? Context manager means we will have certain way to open a file in such a way that as soon as the block of context manager is done, file will be automatically closed. Here in this particular manner, we are trying to close the file by ourselves by this f.close explicitly. So context manager will give us an opportunity to open a file and close a file without our explicit statement f.close. Kaise? I'll tell you here. Look at this. Context manager will be like this way with. Look at this. This is the statement with open. So you are just writing a keyword with space and then open function, same to same function open, and in the open function you are passing the name of the file test underscore file.txt in single quote just because it's a string name, comma the mode in which you are opening, let's say R, and as what descriptor, the file descriptor name, the reference of the file I'm giving as F. So it is like exactly same like this statement or this statement, let's say this statement. Okay, this is statement. Opening the file, name this in the read mode, and after opening it, I am copying its reference into F. Instead of writing it like that way, I am writing it in this way with keyword space open. The same in the open function, we are passing two things. One is file name, another one is mode, and as F. Here only difference is we are writing the variable name after the open function as F, and after that colon. As soon as you are writing the colon, what happens under this particular with, this is the context manager. Now under this, if on this particular manner, whatever you will write, that will be the context manager. And when this context manager is open, the file is open. As soon as it is closed, automatically file is closed. You don't have to write explicitly there. आपको explicit लिखने का जरूरत नहीं होगा. Hope you guys getting it. Right now I haven't done anything. I have just opened the file and I have written just the pass inside it. Okay, and now I'm trying what? If I am opening the file within this context manager, outside context manager, I am trying to open, or I am trying to write f.closed. F.closed is an attribute. It just asks my system that file f is open or closed. If closed, yes, true. If not closed, then it will be saying false. I am printing it outside context manager. Look at this outside context manager, just because I haven't given these spaces, which is called as indentation here. Look at this. What happens? This particular print will give me true. Why? Just because I have opened the file in this context manager. Inside it, I have written just pass. Don't do anything. As soon as this context manager is closed, file is closed. See, look at this. I'm trying to have this. It will give you error. Why? Just because F is already closed, I cannot read it. I cannot read it. But let's say if I am moving this particular statement here inside the context manager, I'm trying to print the file. Look at this. How to print the file or how to read complete file? F.read function. So it's a read method. File.read method. I am calling the method. It will print complete file. It is reading complete file into the memory and it is printing it. So f.read will read entire file. Print function will print entire file. Look at this. This is my file, complete file. As I have shown here, this is file. Hope you guys are able to follow me, just because I am not actively looking at your chats, etc., etc. There is no any at least. Okay, fine. Now, I hope you guys are clear about all these things till now. So you understood this context manager is good just because you don't have to write the explicit f.close function and still, or method, and still the file will be closed within the context manager itself. Okay, now the next thing we are having is this, that right now we were trying to read entire file together. Right now the file is very small, we can read it in the memory together, no problem. But what if I want to read the file in the parts, just because the file is so big and I don't want the entire file to be in the memory, main memory RAM. If you understand that, every open file should be in main memory, like that way the concept we have. So what happens in that particular case, we will have to go in the chunks, reading in the chunks. So look at this, we do have, okay, let me just put this into the comments and let me just uncomment this one. So I am opening same statement, test underscore file.txt in the read mode as F, and in a file content, I am reading the file. File content is equal to f.read. And then I am trying to print the file content. Look at this. It will definitely print entire file content. So in the file content variable, I have read complete file, f.read, and then file content I am trying to print. Exactly same which I tried above here. Instead of directly reading the file and printing it, I am reading the file into the file content. Fine. But if I don't want to read complete file in a single go, I can go line by line. How? Instead of writing read file or read method, I will be going with read line. File content is equal to f dot read lines. If I'll go with the read lines, it will read me line by line. Okay, let's see how it goes. See, read line function will read all the lines in a single string. Look at this. Instead of enter key, we are having new line character here, and it will give me all the lines of the file in a single string. Read lines. If I want to go line by line, only one line I want to access, then instead of writing read lines, I will write read line. Look at this. Downside, I do have the code for the same. What I am writing here, look at this. File content is equal to f dot read line. And then I am trying to print the file content. Look at this. Read line function reads only one line. Read line function will read only one line. If I will print the same thing once again, means I am trying to run the same code once again. See what happens. First of all, I have tried to read a line. Okay. And I am trying to print it through the file content. Fine. Again, file content is equal to read line. It will read the another line, not the same line. Why? You know why? What happens when you go with this read line function, read line method, f dot read line? What happens? The read line method will read the first line. After reading it, the content will be copied into file content. Fine. Returned it to file content. Fine. After that, the cursor, or I should say the particular pointer which is reading the line, will switch to the next line, next particular character. After reading the first line, we are having the pointer to the next line. So whenever you will write again, or you will run again that f dot read line, that f dot read line again will read the second line, not the first line. Why? Just because pointer has moved to the second line after reading the first line. So you need to understand this concept, that after read line method to run one time, it will read complete line and pointer will move to the next line. So if I want to read all 10 lines, I'll have to read all 10 lines like that way. But you didn't notice one thing here. In my file, I was having only single enter key here. Look at this. After single enter, I am having next line immediately in the next line. But when I have tried to read here first line, after first line, I am having extra space here. One extra space. You know why? Just because this read line function adds extra enter key in the after reading the line. So when you are reading the line 2 times, you are having one extra empty new line character. Instead of new line character, entry, that new line implicitly taken. If you want to just have nothing over there, means you want to separate this line and this line by an empty string, and you want to print it, what you will do? Okay, I should have here. Yes, I should have here. So what you will do, you will have the code like this way. You will be having ending by empty string. So file content you are printing, but after printing the file content, you will have a parameter passed here, end equal to empty string. Empty string means you are just having single quotes, double single quotes. That's it. Or double quote also you can have. Empty string you'll have to have. Here also, I am trying to print file content, but comma, I'll have the end with the empty string. Now, if I'll print it, look at this. The difference is after printing the first line, it is not printing the next line with extra enter key or extra new line character. It is printing that immediately. So you can play with this, buddy. You can play. Instead of empty string, let's say I'm separating these with asterisk. Look at this, what happens. Before this, I am having asterisk. After this, enter and asterisk, enter and asterisk automatically. End with this. Chal. आगे बढ़ते हैं. Let's go further and let's try to understand some more things here. Okay, so I am commenting out all these lines here, and I am trying to open this. Instead of writing these file content is equal to f dot read line and printing it, then file content is equal to f dot read line and printing it, and multiple times writing it, you can write a loop inside the context manager. So loop will read one line by one line by one line and it will print. How? Let's look at this. It is so easy in Python. I am trying to open the file same manner in the context manager with open file name in the single quote, comma, in the read mode as f. Inside it, I am writing a particular for loop for line in f. When you say for line in f, means this particular loop will run for each particular line of the file. And what I am trying to print, line ending with null string. Look at this. It will read entire file line by line and it will print it. So printing line of file, you can just loop through each line in the file like that way. Very simple. Very, very simple. Sure. Now, let's say you just don't want to read the complete file at a time. You want to read some number of characters at a time of the file. Let's say 50, 20, 100, 120, something like that way. Those many number of characters only you want to read first, process, and then next 120 characters and then process like that way. Then we have another option here, like this way. Look at this. With open, same context manager, inside the f read, I am passing a particular parameter which is called as 100. So when I am saying f dot read and inside the parenthesis, I am not passing anything, it will read entire file for me and it will print. But if I'll go and I'll write inside a parameter, it will just read 100 characters first. And again, when you go for f read, again the same thing, next 100 characters will be again what? Read. Okay, I am printing it, fine. But 100 characters are so big and I am not able to recognize exactly that what is going on. So what I am going to do here, let's make it 10 and 10. And after each this one, I am having star. Look at this. Look at this. First 10 characters I am reading, star, and then next character I am 10 character I am reading, and then that's it. Nothing. Okay, if I'll go for 50, ending with this. Okay, look at this. First 50 characters I am reading. After that there is a star, and then next 50 characters I am reading and nothing else. So what happens? F dot read method will read entire file, but inside the read method, if you are passing a particular parameter, then that parameter will be number of characters. How many number of characters you want to read at a time. I hope you guys are clear about these. Sure. Let me just make it 100. Fine. And let me just put this in comment. And let me just have some another way to show the same thing. Sure. Okay, I'm commenting this code here. In a context manager, another time I have opened the same file. This time, instead of giving that parameter here directly, I am copying that value in a variable size to read. Size to read I have taken as 10. And in f dot content, I am trying to read the file f dot read. Instead of writing the 10, I am writing the size to read. Fine. Now what I am trying to do is, I am trying to understand that I just don't want to overread the file. See, I'll tell you what has happened here. You try to read first 100 characters, it will print. After that, another 100 characters, it will print. If you try to keep continuing it, if you don't have following characters, it will keep returning me empty string. but I don't know where the end of the file is. After 100 character file is over. If not, then few more characters are remaining. Among those few more characters, I'm trying to read 100, but only few characters are there. If I'll try to read the same file again for more 100 characters, you know what happens? Again, the problem happens. There are no more extra characters in the file. File reading is over, but I don't know about it. How many characters were there in the file? I don't know about it. So how many times I'll have to run it? I don't know. And that is why this particular, code will be helping you. So what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to read the file. Initially, I have tried to read only 10 character size to read. 10 character I have read in f.content. Fine. Now I'm writing a loop while length of f.content is greater than 0. Means when you are reading into f content, file content, what? The file next 10 characters. If you are having some characters means greater than 0, then continue. Do that. Print the f.content ending with star, and then again read further 10 characters. Keep reading 10 characters and printing it till you have read content greater than 0. If you will run this, okay, if you will run this, look at this, what happens. You can check it out. We are reading 10 character, printing a star, reading a 10 character, printing a star, reading 10 character, printing a star, reading a 10 character, printing a star, and keep reading it. After every 10 character, reading star. After that, look at this. In the last section, we were having only 3 characters. You can see here, in the last section, we were having only 3 characters. That's it. And then ending with star, and that's it, finished. Why? Just because after that, we were not having any character left in the file, and hence that particular loop ended with this condition false. Length of f.content was not greater than 0. So what you did? First, you tried to read starting 10 content in f contents. Starting 10 characters are there. Yes. Length of characters greater than 0. Yes. So print it ending with star and read another 10 characters. Fine. You go up. 10 characters are there. Yes. Greater than 0. Print those 10 characters and read another 10 characters. Keep going. At the end, you are having only 3 characters to read. Fine. Still 3 characters are 0. Greater than 0. Yes. Print it ending with star, and another time you will try to read. Now, when the last time you will try to read through this f.read with size to read 10 characters, you don't have any character, empty string. Empty string, when you will try to have here length is equal to 0. If length is equal to 0, we will go out of the loop. So at the end, if few characters are left, it will print ending with star like this way. Last 3 characters were left here. Look at this, last 3 characters left here, star, and then after that done. Sure. Commenting it out. Look at this, what happens. Now, I was telling you one thing, that when you are reading through this particular code, just now we have seen, when we have read the file starting first 10 characters, pointer will read the first 10 characters, and after that pointer will move to the 11th character. Then after reading another 10 characters, pointer will move another 10 characters. So whenever you will run the f.read, it will start reading from the further characters, not from starting again. Similarly, I have explained the same thing in this read line also. Read line function or method also will have the same thing, that pointer will move away, right? Right, so that you can read the further part of the file. We will try to get it. Look at this. I have tried to open a file, same manner in a context manager. Size to read is equal to 10. I have read 10 characters in f.content, and after that, I am trying to print f.tell. I am calling f.tell function. Look at this, what it prints. 10. You know why? What is the meaning of f.tell? F.tell says that 0 to 9 characters you have read. Indexing, if you start from 0 to 9 you have already read, and now you are on the 10th character next in the file. 1 second. I will try to run this once again. Look at this. I am trying to run f content is equal to f dot read 10 times and again f dot read 10 times. When I'll call this method f dot tell and I will print, what it will print this time? 20. Just because my cursor, my pointer has moved 10 plus 10 20 times further. So f dot tell method will give you the position of the pointer in the file reading, that where it has reached. Now you will have another question. Sir, can we move the cursor by our own choice? That if we don't want to read the file from 20th character or first character always, we want to read the file directly from 15th character or 100th character or 120th character directly, then what happens? If you want to do that, you can directly do that by a seek function. Yes, I do have this written here. Okay, so I do have a seek f.seek method. That seek method will change the position of the pointer, the file reader. Okay, so if look at this, I'm trying to have the character 10, size to read is 10 character. I'm trying to have that in a string f content, what reading the file for 10 characters. I'm trying to print it and I am going to have seek on 0. Again, I will try to read the file for size to read and I will try to print it. What happens? Look at this. I am trying to print first 10 characters ending with null. Fine. F.seek is 0 means my file pointer reaches to 0 again. Now again I am trying to read the 10 characters. Look at this. From 1 here, this is 10 characters done, and again my file has been read from the first position only. Why? Just because I made my file pointer reaching to 0. You can make that seek method going to 5 also. Let's look at this. What happens? Oh, what happens? This is, after that is a so starting from 5 and it will be having that 5. So you can seek the position so that what happens, you'll be having your file pointer wherever you want. That seek method works like that way. Sure. Fine. Next thing we will see is writing in the file. Okay, so let's start with this. If in a context manager you have tried to open a file, test_file.txt in read mode, and you are trying to write in that particular file something like let's say test. You want to write in that particular file test. What happens? Of course, it will not run. Why? You have opened the file in the read mode R, and you are trying to write f.write bracket mein whatever you provide, that will be the content which will be written in the file. But it is not possible here. Why? You have opened the file in the read mode. It is giving the error. You can see that. What is the error? Not writable. Look at this. Supportable operation is not there. Why? Just because it is not writable. The file you have opened in the read mode. So if you want to open it in the read mode, you read. You can only read. If you want to open it in the write mode, you can perform the writing operation also. Now, I do have one thing to tell you guys here. If you open the file in the write mode and you write something in the file, you know what happens? Whatever the starting first characters you are sending, those characters will replace the existing characters. Means whatever you are writing here, all those characters will start from 0. I'll tell you one thing. In the file, what we have in the first characters? This first 4 characters. These are the first 4 characters. Fine. I will do this. I will try to open the file in write mode. Okay. And I will try to perform fwrite. Look at this. Finished. What I did, f.write test. Look at this. It has overwritten entire file to test. Everything gone. Whichever previous file we had, gone. Overwritten to the test. So previous file we had, yes, it is gone now. We cannot recover now. Why? Just because you have overwritten it. Control Z, I tried to update it from the file. We were possible, but from Python, it was not possible. Fine. So if you are trying to have f-write, please be cautious and careful. Fine. Chal. I'm trying to do something else here. Look at this. I'm trying to open a file which is not existing. test2.txt, which is not present right now. And I'm trying to open that particular file as write mode, and inside it, I'm not writing anything. I'm just having a pass. You know what happens? Right now in this particular folder, you can see files 1 is there, file write Python. These two Python files are there in which I am working right now. Test file is there, which is already this particular file, test_file. Fine. test2.txt is not present. No, but as soon as I'll run this, what happens? What happens? I do have another text file. Look at this. Text file name is test2. So if you are trying to open a file in the write mode and that file is not present, then it will create that particular file in the given directory. Simple. I'm not doing anything in the file. That's why I'm writing pass in the context manager. But let's say, I will just comment this out. Okay. And I will do this. Already file is existing. We know that file is existing. I'm trying to write test in that. What happens? Finished. Okay, let me just open that file here. Test2. Now test2 is having word text. So when I have tried to write inside it, f.write test, it was writing. Fine. Now, okay. Now, if in that particular file, I just want to write something. Look at this. I do have something like that way. I'm trying to write test. Then I'm going to 0th character. Okay. And then I am trying to write a character R on the 0th character. f.seek will reach or will give me the pointer, will give my pointer a particular location 0 again. And we are trying to write R over there on the very first character. What happens? Let's see. I'm trying to run it. Done. This test2. Only first character has been replaced by R. So if the file is open, only if the file is open, fine. You are writing first over there test, fine. And then after that, you are reaching to the first character and replacing it by R. Only first character is replaced. When the file is open, you can change some certain characters like that way. Commenting out. Look at this. Now I'm trying to make a copy by one line. I do have test file, this one. I just want to read one by one line of this test file and I want to write it in a new file. I want to create a copy of this line by line. What I will do, I'll have this particular code here. Look at this. I am opening a text file, same test file.txt in the read mode as rf. Rf means read file. And inside it, I am having another context manager with open test_copy.txt in the write mode. Right now, this particular file is not present over here. Look at this. I don't have that particular file. If you can see the name, you can see the name. No, there is no any name. आप लोग देख सकते हैं कोई नाम नहीं है उस फाइल का. So that test underscore copy.txt is not present over in the same kind of same folder. So when you will open that in the write mode, that particular new file will be created. Fine. And I have opened it as WF. What I am writing here for line in RF, WF dot write line. You read a particular line, write a particular loop here. In the loop, I'm reading line by line the RF file, and I am writing that particular line into WF. If I'll run this, oops, what happens? It is finished. Yes, finished. I will see in this particular folder, look at this, you have that test copy. Okay, let me just open that test copy here. Open file, test copy. Look at this, test copy is exactly same as very first file. तो आपकी टेस्ट कॉपी जो है वो एज इट इज पहली कॉपी के जैसे बन जाएंगी. I am having a request to all of you, whoever are listening this video later on or recorded or however, just go through the practice. Practice these all. Without practice, you will not be able to have a good knowledge of all these. I'm telling you, you will not enjoy seriously. Chalo. Let's go further. Let's try to see one last thing. Can we copy only text files, sir? Can't we copy any other type of file? We can. Okay, I'll have to disconnect you guys from here for a few seconds. Okay, so that I can bring a particular file. I just missed it. Don't worry about it. I am here only, not going anywhere. Just want to have a particular file for you guys to copy from somewhere. Academy, fine. Okay, welcome back. Don't worry. Here it is. Signal. Yes. Okay. So in that particular folder, in that particular folder, I do have a file which is JPEG file of my own picture. The name of the file is VD. I want to make a copy of this particular picture file into the same folder with another name or something. If I want to copy the same, if I want to copy the same file, okay, the same function I will write as it is. Rather than txt, I'll be having the file name dot jpg. The file type is jpg here. Okay, yes, jpg file. So what I'll do, right? Why you are opening, buddy? Here. What I'll do, I'll comment it out this and I'll write this particular thing. Look at this. Okay, so what I am doing here, I am opening the file vd.jpg in the read mode, okay, as RF, same function as it is. I am trying to open a file which is not present over there, vd underscore, okay, the name is in short, so I'll write it in the short only. Copy name, you can write anything. So vd.jpg, then I am trying to make a copy of it. In the write mode, when I'm opening this particular file, look at this particular file, it can definitely make a copy of it, but a new file, and I'm trying to do the same thing. When I'll run it, oops, it will give me an error. You know why? Just because in the JPG file, we don't have, in the JPG file, we don't have what? We don't have characters. In the JPG file, we don't have characters. So what happens? If we don't have characters, what happens? So in the JPG file, we don't have character by character, it will try to read. And because of that, look at this, it is giving me error like that way, decoding error. So what I'll have to do here is, I'll have to read. Okay, I do have a particular code here. I'll have to read the file byte by byte rather than character by character. See, text file, you can read character by character, no problem. But here you'll have to read the file byte by byte. And for that, you need to just write RB here. Right, along with R, mode is by B. RB means read in bytes and then again write in bytes. So byte by byte, it will read the binary content of your JPG file and it will write it over there. Encoding will be as it is, no problem at all. If you will do this, you run it, finished, look at this, finished. Okay, I will try to have that particular file here. Look at this, VD underscore copy is there and that particular copy you can open for sure. It is present. So if you want to have the copy of something else rather than just text file, you can read and write the file in the byte by byte manner. For sure, it will be a better idea just because it will not have any kind of encoding error for all of you. Hope you guys are following all these content. Fine. So that's it in the file content. Cool. Clear. So in the file, everything we have covered. Tomorrow we are going to have a very, very interesting concept. And that is regular expression. You might have seen regex or regular expressions in the TOC course, Theory of Computation course in computer science. What is the regular expressions, how to write those in Python, etc., etc. We are going to see tomorrow, right? So tomorrow we'll be having the regular expression detail and how that particular regular expression will have to write, how we'll use it, and why these are very important for the Python language. All these things tomorrow we will see. It's gonna be very, very interesting session. The people who are not having this particular channel access, please join it so that you can get the content, plus you can get all the details of our upcoming lectures. Whichever the lectures we are going to take in the future, we'll drop the link over here. Anybody who is interested in Plus or Iconic subscription, take it as soon as possible so that you can continue your preparation with a batch which started just yesterday. Look at this for GATE 23 and 24. Use this particular code VDEEP10 so that you can get 10% instant discount plus my personal guidance plus my team's support. Okay, and one more thing, guys, one more thing. Multiple different kind of subscription plans are available. If you are in third year and you are having to have only first attempt, final attempt, then 1 year subscription is okay. If you are in second year or something and you are having 2 attempts left, take for 2 year subscription just because it will help you for 2 years. You will think like first year we will learn and next year we will just prepare by ourselves. Doesn't happen like that way. You will again extend the subscription. It will be like a double cost. Rather than 2 year subscription will not be that much of money. I know you will be able to get really good rank, but still you will have to improve next year. If you are getting 500 also, you can improve to the next year 50 or 60 or something like that. One-on-one mentorship program we have in our Iconic subscription, which is having one-on-one coach, online study material plus printed material. Also, if you take 1 year plus subscription in Iconic, then you have priority for all the features of Unacademy platform. My course COA is going on, and in that I am going to start today memory organization. So you can start today memory organization without any prior much of the knowledge. Plus, if you are going to take only light subscription, you can get test series. You can get plus subscription with zero money also, means 100% discount also, if you crack our scholarship test on this Sunday 24th of April 11 AM. This scholarship test will give you the option to win up to 100% scholarship if your rank is really good in the scholarship test. Apart from that, you can win MacBook Air, iPad, iPhone 11, Samsung smartwatch, JBL speaker, Amazon vouchers, and of course the extra discount on Unacademy Plus subscription. Enroll for it. Video's description is having the link of this. Use the code VDEEP10 to enroll and unlock this particular combat link. And guys, if you enjoyed the video, please like it, share it with all of your friends, subscribe the channel, turn on the notification. See you in the next session, which is at 11:30. Till then, have a great day. Happy learning. Bye bye, everybody.